When it comes time to taking care of your body, there are a lot of different options on the market today. You can certainly go to a physical therapist, but for a home remedy, there's different types of massagers and different types of therapies. Well, today we're going to talk about doing therapy and feeling good to your legs and thighs and calves with compression leg massaging. So welcome to Sid's Tips. Thank you so much for joining me. And yes, today we're talking about these that are by Bob and Brad, who sent them to me to put to the test, which I have, and look forward to giving you my unbiased opinion. I'll be sure to also put a link in the description down below where you get more information. They're currently selling right around $99 and they have an additional discount. I've tested a lot of Bob and Brad products. You've probably seen them on YouTube. They're physical therapists and they generally make really good quality products. And so this has, for the most part, been a good experience. There is a little bit of a quirky part to it that I felt, and look forward to sharing that with you. Now, when you think about leg compression, things to think about, these are a way to add blood circulation. It might be a good way to relax or just feeling better. You might have been very active and you need to recover. So there are a lot of different ways that you could benefit, and they're great for people of all ages. If you're worried about blood pressure because it is using pump to air, you might want to speak to your doctor just to make sure it is safe for you to use. So we've got here the product, and then also the box, and then the user manual, and there's some good information. And hopefully this video will be of help to you as I go through how to use it. And if you find this video of help, by the way, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber and find I add value for my channel, then click that subscribe button and of course the bell icon so you can be notified of new videos. Now, first of all, so obviously you got your right leg and you got your left leg. So the way to know which leg is what, there is on the inside here, there's an R and an L. So you'll see that there. And so then you'll know which is the right leg and which is the left leg. There's also the top part, and this is for your thighs. And then this connects via tube. Now, I generally like the product. This is one aspect to it that I think is a little bit kind of weird how they set it up, which is the way to get the air into the thighs. But nonetheless, it still works. It's just a little awkward. Now, the way you could put these on, you could do it one of two ways. You could slip your leg into the thigh and then put your leg and wrap it into the bottom part for your calves and your feet. Or you can actually just take the tube off. I'll do it this left leg this way. And then what you'll do is you'll wrap it around your leg and you'll see the angle, which one is for the upper part, the one that's a little bit higher up and gives that kind of an angle curve that goes on your upper part of your thigh, and then you're just going to wrap that over your leg like this, and you just want to make sure not to cover the hole where that tube is going to go, and then you just also want to make sure not to do it too tight, because as you are using, and there's different levels of intensity, then you're going to need to make sure it's not too tight. Otherwise, it's going to become very uncomfortable. So I definitely don't recommend going too tight as far as the way you wrap it around your feet, your calves, and your thighs. So once you get it on, then you just attach the tube to the connector. So then you're good to go that way. Now, for the right leg, I'll just slide it in over this way. And then this is another way to go around this, so you don't have to take apart the tube and you can just slide it through. All right, now once we get that on there, you just want to make sure just that it's on all right, and now you are good to go. So you have a remote control. You have different options on the controller. You've got your power button. You've got 4 intensities. So there's 4 intensities, 4 modes, and it also has a heat setting. It's got 2 levels of heat, and we'll talk about that. And let me just share with you just a couple of the specs. So with the 4 modes, mode 1 is going to be for the feet. Mode 2 is going to be for the calves. Mode 3 is going to be for the thighs. And mode 4 is auto, and it does the full leg. So it starts at the feet and works its way up. And again, you have 4 intensities. You also have 2 heat settings, which is 104 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And now that part, I will say, is that it gets a little warm but not too warm. So I would think it's just, don't expect it to get very warm, but a little bit. And then as far as the wraps, for the thighs, it goes up to 27 inches, and for the calves, up to 19 inches. So those are the specs. All right, now you also do have a very long plug, which is then plugged into the remote control. And so you can get an extension cord, as I have here, and then you have your brick that plugs right in. All right, so once you are ready to go, there on the bottom is the power button. And it also lights up the display. It does dim off after a few seconds, and then you can just press like the intensity button and turns it back on. But it will shut off as it just did. If I press the plus on again, it turns it back on. So when it starts, you could see the mode that it's in. Currently, it's on the auto mode. So what it's currently doing is working its way where it's starting at my feet, and I already feel the compression starting to build, and then it will stop and go. And then eventually, once reaches a certain point, it will then go to the next body part. So now it's doing my calves and also my feet at the same time. And then eventually it will then do my thighs, and it's great. And then you can adjust the intensities. That's what the plus and minus are for, is for the intensities, and you can go up 4 levels there, which is great. And then the heat, you'll either be able to just completely turn it off by pressing the heat button. As you'll see, you'll press that, it disappears. You press it again, it's on the low heat setting, and you press it again, it's on the high heat setting. And the heat is going to be the bottom part, not your thighs, but your calves and your feet. And it also has a timer, which times out at about 15 minutes, and then it shuts off. And you can use this when you're watching TV. This is so great. Again, it's a great product just to relax to. That blood circulation, it feels so good. A nice way to treat your legs with that compression. And you don't really feel any sort of vibration, but it just feels so good. And again, there's a number of benefits to it. If you want to stop in the middle of your session, you press the power button and you're good to go. So you can unplug the power. You can also unplug this piece as well, and that plugs into the remote. Now, one of the other things which I didn't mention what it comes with is this bag. So let me go ahead and take these off for you as the air is depleting out of the legs. The bag is a little tight, to be honest with you. I think that they could have done a better job with this bag. It's really, it takes a little bit of work to get this in the bag, but let me go ahead and show you so you can see. Now I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from the remote. That might be a little bit easier. And so I'm going to go ahead and put one leg in. So it's nice and deep. It's just not enough room, I don't think, for both legs plus the remote. It's really tight, but I'll go ahead and put it in just to show you. So we got one leg in. Now we're going to go ahead and put the other leg in, and this is where it starts getting really tight. So you might, if you're planning to take this on the go with you, and again, you can disconnect the tubes as well, but you can see it's got to really push it in there. And then we got the tubes. So you can get in there. It's just, it's a little tight. And then you're good to go. So would have been nice if the bag was a little bit bigger, but there you go. And then also the power cord, forgot to put that in there. So you could take that, and then you could, if you're going to go traveling and want to take this with you, or if you're going to go in your car, you could just put this in there and you are good to go. Now there is no other strap that I noticed for the bag. That is the other thing. So you got this, just this drawstring, so you can take this on the go like this, and you're good to go. So there you go. That is the Bob and Brad leg compression massager. I do like it a lot. Just the tubing concerns me a little bit with how they set that up between the calves and the thighs from the lower part to the upper part. But otherwise, it works great. You do feel a little bit of the heat, and it does a good job with compression, and definitely you feel it with the intensities if you need to adjust. So let me know if you have any questions. I really appreciate your time. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.